Hello, I'm back. Philip, you might know me as Jared. I'm here to talk about my Article 3 for MEA 490, the Senior Project 1 class. All right, so you know, um, while thinking about this article, it took me a while to figure out who I wanted to write about, or what I wanted to write about. And I had to really think back. I even talked to some friends about this. A friend brought up a really interesting person to talk about. I didn't even really even know much about this person that I'm about to talk about. I've literally never even heard of her. And when he explained it, I was like, she seems like a really interesting person to talk about. At least spread some word out about. So, um, you know, I feel like this is going along the sides, along with what I want to do, because I personally believe that as a film director, you should probably still have some experience as a film editor. And so, yeah, so the person I decided to write about, her name is, well, she was known as Marcia Lucas. Yes, she was married to George Lucas. She actually helped, you know, film edit some of his films, and yeah, they were actually, she helped out with his earlier stuff, and helped out with Star Wars and everything. So that was pretty cool. And they were doing all that. She did all that with him until they got divorced. So now she goes by Marcia Griffin. And so I just wanted to talk about what I wrote about her and how her backstory. She was born on October 4th, 1945, raised in North Hollywood. And as it says, her birth name was Marcia Lou Griffin. She began her, her career path as an assistant editor back in 1964. Uh, she started doing commercial work, just being a commercial editor basically. And she was doing it for a very long time until she came across this famous editor. I've never even heard of him until writing this article. His name is Walter Murch, and basically Walter was teaching her more skills and taught her basically everything that she knows, and that's how she became more of a famous editor that we know today. Eventually in the future, she met George Lucas, of course, with the help of Velma Fields, who's also a really respected and famous, woman editor in the industry at that time. And she had a job open for Marcia back in 1967. Verm, Velma, hired her as an assistant editor, uh, along with George, for this agency, for the United States Information Agency documentary that they were working on. And they were working together, editing videos, editing the documentaries together in a small room. And funny thing about it, George Lucas, he was shy, introverted, and Marcia was actually the opposite. And you know what? Eventually, I guess it's true that opposites attract. So I guess eventually just hit it off. And and they were married from 1969 to 1983. They eventually, adopted a daughter named Amanda, and she was actually born in 1981. Yes, but besides Marcia helping George with his earlier films, she's also edited some other films as well. For example, Martin's. I apologize if I tear up this last name. Martin Scorsese. Alice Don't Live Here Anymore. She edited Taxi Driver and New York, New York. And for specifically, if you want to learn more about the George Lucas stuff, she helped out with. Excuse me. She helped out with the Star Wars episode. I think episode 6 or 5. No, no, or no 4. Star Wars episode 4. I'm sorry. I'm not that good at reading Roman numerals, but yes, with Paul Hirsch and Richard Chew, she won an Oscar award for that, Oscar and Saturn award for that. and she also co-edited, the next two Star Wars, 5 and 6. She saved the Star. She's known for saving the Star Wars series, especially with her ideas for the first act. She basically took what George Lucas did, and then kind of just reordered the scenes to better establish the story, and just really just get, while having a sharp storyline, just basically get straight to the point. And with that, that's just one example of how she helped the Star Wars series. Like, there's plenty of other things to talk about, and her work definitely is definitely a classic. Like, she's really well respected, and that's why I decided to write about Marcia Lucas, because I feel like her story needed to be told. Thank you.